It's Friday, and you know what that means. Once again, we have another fine batch of fact sheets coming your way for Farming Simulator 22. So let's get on the hype train and see what they're all about. Let's start the video off with the one thing that probably drew most of you to click on the video. That's right, the Cockling Vector 800. This mighty fine cultivator will dig through 8 meters of soil per pass, requiring 320 horsepower and weighing 8.9 tons. Setting a farmer back $68,500 and with a working speed of 9 miles per hour, you might want to pair it with something like this John Deere 8RX. The 8RX seen here can be equipped with an engine that can range in power from 357 to 458 horsepower. I do find that a bit ironic, don't you? I mean, 357? First thing I think that comes to mind is a Magnum. And well, we all know Deeres run from Magnums. But I digress. This tractor will be running away at a top speed of 24 miles per hour, so let's hope it's super agile with the variable CVT transmission with power shift. As equipped here with row crop tracks, this tractor comes in at 20 tons, holding 851 liters of fuel, and costs $351,000. Let's have a little closer look at the 8RX. John Deere fans rejoice as I can hear them now. Wide row crop tracks, front weight, and not a single EU warning placard in sight. And speaking of sights, let's turn our eyes to the cultivator. While the farmer has not quite figured out how to get rid of the placards on this implement, we can see some very nice looking particle effects going on with the turning over of the rich dirt. Moving on, as we all know, the bride will need something new and blue for their wedding. Why not pick up the New Holland T7 HD Series tractor? Not too overpowered for the young farm wife, with an engine that ranges from 273 horsepower to 313 horsepower. This little beaut doesn't have a bunch of excess weight in the hips either, coming in at just 10.6 tons. A feisty filly, no doubt, with a top speed of 31 miles per hour using a variable CVT transmission with what appears to be a variable fuel capacity between 410 and 630 liters of fuel. Is this a first? While a fuel tank is configurable, the depth capacity is fixed at 96 liters. All this can be had for $227,500. Come to think of it, a ring might be cheaper. The Pottinger Impress 185 BC Pro makes its second appearance this week. This Baler Wrapper combo from the Alpine DLC for FS19 is coming back for FS22. We now have variable bale size information, as a few weeks ago we learned that FS22 will include variable bale sizes for round bales. This baler can produce unwrapped round bales that range from 125 to 185 centimeters and wrapped bales from 125 to 150 centimeters. If you're like me and those measurements don't mean much, well, that's 49 inches to 72 inches or 4 feet to 6 feet for unwrapped bales and 49 inches to 59 inches for wrapped bales, or 4 feet to nearly 5 feet. The Baler Wrapper can be picked up for $99,500 and requires 150 horsepower to operate and can roll down the field when you're not stopped to unload bales, of course, at 10 miles per hour. Not taking into account the weight of the bale in the making, this machine will impress all 7.9 tons of itself into the ground. Not sure what to say here other than look at that blue power beauty. And the tractor she's driving isn't all that bad either. In all seriousness, it was a curiosity I had with respect to the variable bale sizes, and if we would be able to select them at the time of bale creation, or if we were limited to different machines. We can see here that this machine can make all 3 bale sizes, but if you want to wrap, then you're limited to the 2 smaller bale sizes. It'll be quite interesting to see if there are any base game balers that will be able to wrap the big 6-foot bales. And now we turn to animal care. A little known aspect still about Farming Simulator 22. The Silo King Selfline 4.0 is back. This self-propelled mixing wagon can be had for $204,000 and is perfect for that farmer who just needs to be able to drive one of the world's biggest vacuums. This mixing wagon has 218 horsepower engine, which will be needed to not only move its 14.1 ton weight around when it's empty, but to mix and feed up to 22 cubic meters of feed from its mixing chamber. This mixing wagon will use a variable CVT transmission and can quickly get around the farm at 24 miles per hour with a fuel capacity of 200 liters and 26 liters of depth. Nothing surprising here with respect to its fill types. We have mixed rations, forage, hay, straw, silage, and still the not quite fully known concentrate. Today we also have our first information about the Horman Animal Buildings. This large cow barn will hold 80 of your finest cows. It's going to set you back a cool $500,000 to build at $418,500. And we can see from the feed types that we'll be feeding mixed rations, grass, or hay. While the fact sheet does not make mention of straw, we do see a straw plane just off to the left edge of the image. And we really do not know if we're going to need to clean out the building or if manure is going to spawn outside. There is a door and gate, so maybe. Only time will tell. And now we come to our final fact sheet, another animal building. We saw hints of this with the animal blog post last week, and now we know exactly how much this food robot is going to cost us, and it's a lot. This cow barn with Lily Vector will set you back nearly $750,000 at $722,500 and will once again hold 80 cows and will accept total mixed rations, grass, and hay. I assume this is also the same for the Vector itself. It'll be really interesting to see this thing work in game. At such a high cost, I have to wonder how much it will be really used outside of splurging just to see it work at least once. But who knows, it may truly pay for itself, as in watching videos about this system in real life, it can not only auto-feed your animals, but can also clean their spillage. This will, of course, allow the farmer to spend more time out in his fields. As we come to the end of another fact sheet video, we are just over 2 weeks out from the global release of Farming Simulator 22. Don't forget to head over to the Giants website, farmingsimulator.com, and click on the games navigation link at the top. From there, scroll down till you see the table of brands. Click through these and see what other new items have been revealed this week that are coming to Farming Simulator 22. Until next week, happy farming.